Hello, this is Chef B and welcome to my channel. Now today I'd like to talk to you about anxiety. Anxiety is something that I've been struggling with for many years. They say it's the worst kind of suffering you can go through. And it's like you're suffocating. In fact, you actually are literally suffocating. You got this tightness in the chest, the shallow, rapid breathing. You just can't get enough air. Your body is depleted of oxygen. There's no oxygen in your brain, and it really, the instinct is to gasp for more air, and you just can't get enough of it. You end up, breathing really rapidly. It's like having a heart attack, only you don't get to die. Now, the problem, a lot of people suffer from anxiety, and it's normal to, experience some anxiety in life, but to have it extreme and overwhelming to the point where it's just affecting your ability to function, it becomes a serious problem. And, I've consulted doctors, and they've prescribed their drugs. They're very harmful. They have a lot of side effects. There's a fatality rate. It's like playing Russian roulette. They're also very addictive. So I couldn't take those medications for long, so I had to suffer through it and find a natural way to relieve the anxiety. And like I said, for many years I struggled with it. And just recently, I've discovered a breathing technique that really helps alleviate the anxiety. It really works well. Now, you see, the thing is, okay, doctors, they think it's fear-based, it's emotional or psychological. I mean, that may have some impact on the condition. Excuse me. But it's not the root of the problem. Now the problem is, most people don't breathe properly. Most people only use 30% of their lung capacity. They don't breathe out enough. So when they breathe in, they're only breathing in and filling 30% of their lungs. And, there's not enough oxygen getting into your bloodstream. There's not enough oxygen getting into your organs and your brain. I figure it's the reason why most of us can only use 10% of our brain, because it's not oxygenated. And, with the pressure and the stress of society life, that contributes to the problem. And then there's gravity bearing down on you, and we end up holding ourselves up in the upper body, creating a lot of tension in the upper body. And, we just got to learn to, let gravity drop to the ground. Don't hold yourself up in the upper body. Hold yourself up in the lower body and maintain a low center of gravity. Now, when it comes to breathing, the instinct is just to take a breath. But what we have to do is empty our lungs first. Now, this is a technique that I learned many years ago studying Qigong, and I never thought for a moment to use it to relieve my anxiety. And I started doing this a little while ago, and it really works. So when you breathe out twice as much as you breathe in, as an exercise. Now when you breathe out, you have to empty your lungs, and you do that by pushing in through your diaphragm. So you breathe out and you empty your lungs, and then you breathe in slowly. You control your breath. You don't pant like a dog. You control your breathing. and you breathe in. Try breathing in for a count of 4 and then breathing out for a count of 8. The key is to empty your lungs and then fill them full of fresh air. Do that a few times and your anxiety will dissipate. It will be relieved. And do that exercise throughout the day, and you can avoid the anxiety, you can avoid the panic attacks. It really works. I hope you try this technique, and I hope you share it with your friends and family, because it could really improve the quality of their life. You just got to learn how to breathe properly. Empty those lungs and breathe in fresh air. Okay, so if you're fortunate enough to have a medical marijuana license, I would do these exercises in your grow room, because those plants are producing oxygen, and oxygen good for the brain, and they consume the CO2 that we consume, that we produce, so it's good for the plants and it's good for us. It's a symbiotic relationship. You spend up to 30 minutes in your grow room, you could increase the carbon by 400 parts per million, within 30 minutes, depending on how big your grow room is. So spend some time in your grow room, do those breathing exercises, and feel good, feel better. Okay, this is Chef B signing off. Peace.